Halloween crafts are a great fun activity at this time of year, but they can also be a wonderful prompt to further learning, or simply an opportunity to learn through conversation and discussion. In this video, I will show you a few of the makes that I'm enjoying doing with my boys this year, and share the ways that I use them as a route into learning everything from light and shadow to animals and shape, as well as promoting open-ended creative play. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, hit that subscribe button for more videos like this in the future, and let's get into it. First, cotton bud skeleton pictures. Simply cut out a skull shape and glue it onto paper. Then encourage the kids to stick the cotton buds onto the paper to make a skeleton shape. Remember to have an example or a picture to copy, as they will not be familiar with what a skeleton looks like necessarily. Younger children may find it hard to cut the cotton buds, so pre-cut a range of different lengths for them. There are many opportunities here to practice fine motor skills through gluing and positioning of the cotton buds, and the cutting if your child is able to do that. But take the learning beyond the craft and use it as a prompt for further discussions. Why not read Funny Bones books to go with this craft? There are quite a few, and you can encourage joining in, as there are often repeated parts. In a dark, dark town, there was a dark, dark street, etc. Explain how there are skeletons inside us, and what our skeleton does. This is a great opportunity for more research-style learning. Older children could learn about the purpose of our skeleton, and the names of the different bones, through reading. Younger children could simply look at the arms and the legs of the skeleton and revise the body parts that we can see and that they know. Maybe sing head, shoulders, knees and toes to go with this. Next up, hanging bats. The fuzzy bats on this mobile are made from mini pom-poms, which can be quickly created from wool and a fork. This is a bit fiddly, so it's better suited to older children. Place a length of wool between the middle prongs on a fork. Then wrap more wool around the top of the fork again and again. When you've wound it around many times, pull the length of wool tightly around the middle of the strings and secure with a knot. Now the wool can be removed from the fork and the loops on each side snipped open to create the pom-pom. Make 4 of these and hang them off a lolly stick cross that's glued together. Use black card to cut out wing shapes and glue these onto each pom-pom to transform it into a bat. Again, this can be the opening to further research-style learning to discover more about bats, reading or watching. For young children, I recommend the Andy's series. He's got a series of Andy's Safari Adventures, and these are great for animal-based research. There are other series like these too. To make things really come to life, you could try heading out at dusk yourselves to see if you can spot any real-life bats. We found some while we were camping, and the boys were so excited to see them flapping around near us. Who knows, you might spot some other nocturnal animals as well, or hear some owls. A spooky torch-covered monster face. Use a cardboard tube to slip over the end of a torch. Cover the end of the tube with cling film and add a face using cardboard shapes. The kids can decorate the tube as well if they like. Then turn the torch on and shine it through the tube. The light will pass through the transparent cling film, but not the opaque cardboard. This creates a shadow of a face on the wall. You can discuss the science concepts behind how shadows are made. Light travels in straight lines. When it meets something that it cannot pass through, it's blocked, and blocking the light creates a shadow. It's worth noting that that's why this craft won't work with torches that are made up of several LED light bulbs. The multiple light bulbs, light sources, means the light is not blocked effectively, so you don't see the dark shape. It's very good for seeing in the dark, but not so good for this activity. You could also make shadows with your hands, and experiment how moving the hands closer and further away from the light changes the shadow. Our final two crafts in this video have been used together to help encourage open-ended creative play. We created a haunted house craft and a spooky tree and added them to our play setup. The boys have already used these Scooby-Doo characters and have some experience in watching the stories, so they have lots of ideas of stories that they can retell, ideas that they can extend, or ways that they can simply use them as inspiration and create their own stories. Supporting their play with knowledge of existing stories I find really useful. The haunted house is created by gluing down lolly sticks and adding paper detail with doors and windows. Finally, we added even more interest with some spooky stickers. This can be done on paper, or it could be added to the front of a box to turn the piece into a toy that can actually be played with. You can also have quick discussions about the shapes that you're using while you do this. For example, the roof of the house is a triangle, windows could be square, and the door rectangle, etc. The spooky tree is simply a cardboard tube stuck onto a cardboard base and painted. A face has been added to make it look really spooky, and then twisted brown paper has been added to make the branches stuck into the top of the tube. While making it, you can discuss the different names for the different parts of the tree, the trunk, the branches, the roots, etc. Question why there are no leaves on the tree. What do all these different parts of a tree do? Add the haunted house and the spooky tree into a Halloween play setup or tough tray and watch the creative play develop. So there you have it. So much learning prompted through some fun Halloween craft. Enough to keep your kids inspired and learning during the spooky season. Have fun, and I'll see you next time.